Welcome in, Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
For you in Huntsville, Texas.
Well, here we are, Huntsville. Better late than never on a Monday. We're already in vacation mode over here. That's what the deal was.
Looking forward to a holiday tomorrow.
Yeah, I know we're on a little bit late today, quite a bit late today. But here's
wasn't my fault.
Was not Karen's fault. Let me tell you real quick. And welcome in, by the way. Happy Monday. Happy, can you say like the Eve, 4th of July Eve, like
Right.
Christmas Eve?
July 4th Eve.
Yeah,
Yes.
For some reason I was thinking 4th of July was on a Wednesday this week. And then I realized real quick, no, it's not. It's on Tuesday.
Yeah, it kind of messes you up when you work Monday and then off Tuesday and have to go back Wednesday.
Yeah,
But
so-
anyway, we'll take it.
Take a vote for a federal holiday for our banking friends at Walker County Federal that today is a holiday.
Yes. I wish.
But it's really not. So we're going to wish and pray and cross our fingers. But welcome in on a Monday. Let us know what you're thankful for this week. We got a lot cranking, already rocking and rolling here on a Monday. Again, a holiday for many of you. I know a lot of folks that are having a 4-day weekend. But for those of you that are off today, enjoy the day off. For those of you that aren't, enjoy the day off tomorrow. And if you're not off tomorrow, well, just find a way to enjoy something. Let us know what you're thankful for out there this morning as always. Jennifer already chiming in as well. And she said, yes, that's so wrong. We should be off today. Well, Jennifer,
I agree.
There you go. Again, we are here on a Monday as we start a new week. Happy July, by the way, as we wrapped up June on Friday with our show there at the University Bookstore at Sam Houston State University. So it is good to be back in studio. It's a little hometown spotlight that we're going to start doing once in a while. So you want to make sure to chime in and let us know if you're out there today, what you're thankful for as always. And maybe you're a nonprofit, you'd like to be on this show. You can always chime in. We got a new booking system, by the way. And we are starting to book out now, almost 2 weeks on guests.
Awesome.
So we did want to remind you, we are back in studio. Our studio is brought to you by our good friends at Elliott's Jewelers, Mr. Elliott Herzlich, for all your jewelry needs, custom jewelry. How about wedding? You know, you get married, you got to get that ring. And guess who's going to take care of you? Elliott's Jewelers.
That's right.
So go online at elliottjewelers.com. He's got a band for me. Bridget's got her. I don't know, what's up these days? There's something new called a push ring or a push present. Have you heard of this?
I have not.
All these young people are coming out with all these new ways to get things. And Bridget has told me about something called a push present. And apparently it's when you're having a baby And and you're pushing the baby. Obviously, you have to push the baby unless you get a C-section. Well, here's the deal. There's gifts that they give away now.
Really?
So she's like, well, this present can be another thing, another band on my ring or whatever. So I don't know if that's going to happen this time,
I remember
sweetheart.
that.
But yeah, if you know about push presents, let us know, because I had no idea about it until I met Bridget a few years, and then she told me all about it. And obviously, I had to get a push present when Braylon came. So I got her an extra little band over at Elliott's Jewelers. They want to remind you, too, we wouldn't be able to be here in our studio without our good friend Paul Oley of the Gallery. For all of your custom photography needs, please visit Paul and let him know that I sent you. He's right next door over at the Gallery. And Sydney is chiming in. Sydney, good morning to you, saying it is a thing. Yes, it is a thing. A push present is a thing. So did not know about that. Good morning to Matt Childers joining us as well. Good morning to you, Matt. And then, of course, Jennifer there with us, and a lot of folks already chiming in. The program today, I know we literally came in hot because it was like 84. I thought Karen was going to walk out of the studio. And word in Huntsville travels fast. We know this. So you better make sure that you got a good word in Huntsville, because if it's a bad word, it will go really fast. But I told Karen, I said, I promise you next Monday, I'm going to make sure that I get in here a lot earlier and get that AC fired up. Because I knew by 12 o'clock today, people were going to be like, man, that show Rob has over there, it's hot.
It is hot.
So we literally came in hot today, but it's starting to cool off. And we do have a good show lined up for you today. Our friend Delphina joining us from Rodeo. So we're going to be talking to Delphina here in a few moments. And then also have a great guest today, John Hightower of HP Soundcraft, going to let us know a little bit about his business. We're going to dig right into it. So we'll step aside. We'll take a brief break. We'll bring on Mr. Hightower first, talk about him and his business, and learn a little bit more about his connections here in Huntsville. And then after that, we'll bring on Delphina, who's also brought a little food for us or something over there. I'm wondering what's in. Maybe there's $1 million inside that styrofoam to-go box. You never know with Delphina. So we'll step aside. We'll take a break, Karen, and
all right.
We'll highlight Walker County Federal Credit Union as well. Of course, we wouldn't be able to be here on a Monday without our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. It's where I do all my banking. And I had to transfer some funds from my business account to my personal account. Super easy. I just did it online, made it simple.
That's right.
So get all your accounts there and take care of our friends that are taking care of us. We'll step aside. We'll be back. Stay with us. It's your show. Good morning, Huntsville. Hey, good morning, Huntsville. Welcome back in on a Monday. We appreciate you joining us here the day before the 4th of July as we get rolling here to get this new month started. Can't believe it's already July the 3rd, Karen.
Time is flying by.
So, Karen, what are you up to? We'll bring John on just a second. We were rushed so much to get rolling here this morning. I didn't have a chance to really ask how you're doing. What have you been up to?
Well, just working in the pool, of course, and had a little oops in my car this weekend, and so, hasn't started off to the greatest week, but it's going to get better.
Well, we're going to make sure, that's why we have this show on a Monday. We're going to make sure that your week gets started off much better. So,
yes,
everything's good. And you know what the good thing is? We're around a lot of good people here in this community. And you know what? It's good, though. It's good that we have friends that when we're battling something, anything, that we can kind of just air it out and say, hey, I need to talk to somebody. And I think that's important. So maybe that's the word this morning, is if you're going through something, look, we all have our own little worlds. And you know what? Sometimes we just need to talk to people.
That's right.
And so this morning, maybe if you're going through a difficult situation, maybe you feel like somebody wronged you. Maybe you're going through a tough breakup, or you're in a relationship that things aren't going well. reach out and talk to somebody this morning, embrace others. And that's what Huntsville's about. And we've seen it here time and time again. So, but we're going to bring him on now. Mr. John Hightower, the bearded wonder, joining us here today.
That's what they call me.
Of HP Soundcraft. John, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. Just chilling,
Keeping everything real. Keeping it real.
Keeping everything real. Yes, absolutely.
We're coming up with T-shirts here on Hello Huntsville and Good Morning Huntsville.
Keeping it real would be a really good one.
Keeping it real in Huntsville.
In the Ville.
Keeping it real in the Ville. What do you think, Delphina? What do you think? Delphina's like, I don't know about that, guys. I'm about to just walk out. I'm taking my tacos and leaving y'all. No breakfast tacos for us. John, let us know a little bit about you, man. You came on, appreciate you and reaching out and said, hey, I'd like to get involved with what you're doing. And John has a great business called HP Soundcraft, a mobile DJ. Before we talk about the business, let us know a little bit about you. You've been here in the community. You went to school here. Give us the backstory, everything but the Social Security number of John Hightower.
I'll give you the Social Security if you need it. You can take all the debt.
Yeah.
I started, freshman year, I started high school here. I've been a musician for my whole life, just making music and building it. And I always wanted to make a career out of that, but never really figured out exactly how I wanted to do that, because it was just kind of like, maybe I'll get lucky and, someone will find me. And I've been in a few different bands, just playing music, singing, and ended up kind of getting to a point of where I just sort of created my own. I still do that, because that's really my passion. I'm just really not focusing on that part as my career. So, got into a position where found out I was going to have a child, and that came into play. And so I was like, I got to give up on my dream just for a little bit. And, get a real job and really support what's now the most important thing in my life.
Yeah. Hey, before you say anything else, can we give the man a round of applause? The most important thing in his life. Mm-hmm. Daddies out there, if you heard it, listen to this guy, because it is. When you have children, they are the most important thing. I love that, man. I wanted to give you props. I didn't mean to cut you off, but we had to highlight that.
Oh, thank you. I've been... I did that. I stayed with a job for 13 years. I just got a new position. But at some point, I realized, because I kept getting into the music, it's always been relative to my life. And only like 2 years ago did it really strike me what I can do with my gift, with something that I'm extremely passionate about, and also something that other people can really benefit from and appreciate, and really it's really all about them,
Yeah.
And so I got into DJing, which goes hand in hand with my appreciation for other people's music as well, and I started DJing for weddings, and I just found that to be such a beautiful way to go about playing music, being the atmosphere, kind of helping that vibe that's already there on their most important day, and just kind of like get that sort of, just play the songs that they love, that they've already sent me, and songs that I know work to kind of illuminate that sort of feeling that they're already having.
Yeah, again, John Hightower joining us this morning, HP Soundcraft. And it's great. You're talking about the music, staying in your passion. I told a friend years ago, I said, don't pursue an unknown future, pursue your passion. And if you do that, you're going to connect with where I believe your calling is in life. And of course, we got to have jobs, we got to pay the bills, but I also believe you have to find avenues to go after what you feel like your talents are. So you mentioned had a child, so you had to have a job, obviously, to support your family.
Insurance.
Yeah, 100%, man. And insurance, even nowadays, we don't even want to talk about that.
Oh, absolutely not now.
In fact, I'm fighting an insurance company in a state I used to live in right now. So, but that's the way it goes. And you just have to remain focused on what's important. And for you, this journey in music, let us know a little bit about you mentioned the DJ, if that's what we're talking about.
Right.
But you glossed over this, and I got to get back to it. We won't ask you to sing, John. I wanted to hear some Johnny Cash this morning.
I should have brought the guitar.
I wanted to hear some Johnny Cash, but we're not going to get that this morning. But on the instrument side, you played instruments as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What did you play? What do you play? What do you enjoy most?
So I learned like what I would consider like all of the alternative instruments. So, you go to a music shop or you go to a pawn shop. I get the pawn shop instrument. So I'm playing, guitar. I love playing drums, but I'm the worst at it, but that's probably my favorite to play.
Once again, takes a man to admit what he's wrong about. I mean, this
Right?
guy's
yeah,
like this guy's got it all going.
Well, you do. It's fun. That's
Yeah,
where it goes. But I love playing the synthesizer. The only thing is, I never really learned like actual music theory or reading music or anything like that. I've always been a by ear type of player. So it's kind of been like somebody plays a song. I really like that riff. And I'll find it on my own. And then I'll just kind of go from there.
What genre of music are you jamming to?
Oh, it's I'd say that I started off with like more like punk rock and then like, metal. I went into those avenues whenever I was in a band, but whenever I started just kind of doing my own acoustic stuff, it became more of like a gothy sort of like folk.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
Really just something that's soulful and beautiful, but it still kind of has like those heavy metal influences involved in it,
John, did you ever have, I'm just thinking, stereotypical, here I go, but did you ever have the long hair? Oh, dude,
Yep,
you should have brought
absolutely.
photos of this to show us.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, there's videos on YouTube of me with the long hair just headbanging at metal shows.
Delphine and I do that at rodeo every Monday,
Yeah.
We're always headbanging jamming.
I've seen it actually, yeah.
Well, John Hightower again joining us here of HP Soundcraft Mobile DJ. Tell us a little bit more about the business. You mentioned weddings. I've seen your setup. I just put your Facebook link on there, by the way, so I encourage friends to go out. Please support John, a local business person here, grew up in this community. Let us know a little bit more about the business.
The business, yeah. So what's wonderful about that, and it's a business that kind of like, it's perfect for the weekends. You know what I mean? So I can still have like a day job where I do have that insurance. Still have a kid. He never left. So it's something that I'm able to like have a day job, and I just moved my day job to something that's a little bit more practical, less backbreaking. I'd like to, save my back for lifting those heavy speakers, the subs, and the heavy PA equipment. So the job itself, I mean, it's just I can do it. They're mostly on on Saturdays. I've got Fridays available, and so I do them on Sundays as well. But it was easy to get into because I already had like some of the equipment already, and an interest in playing the music and the lighting and kind of sort of navigating how the lighting is set up.
Yeah. Well, we're looking, again, John Hightower's here this morning joining us. And for those of you that are live on the video right now, I'm showing a couple of photos here from his Facebook page. So, again, make sure you go on there, friend him on Facebook. John, I love it. You got professional equipment. One thing that I noticed, too, I haven't seen this with DJs, and I think this is really awesome. You have kind of these, I don't want to describe it the wrong way, but there's kind of a partition wall that you put around your equipment. Let us know about that, because I don't want that to sound the wrong way, because it looks really professional.
Actually, that one we built.
Okay. I've never seen that before with DJs, by the way.
I haven't either.
They're called facades. So what it does is it's a facade in front of like all of your cables. My biggest thing is just keeping everything neat and clean. So whenever I'm at a venue, I've got like this tape. It's called gaffer's tape, sort of like painter's tape. It keeps all the cables together, but it doesn't leave that sticky residue. So like I'll just I like everything like kind of neatly hidden away, and so obviously when sometimes you see DJs at like a wedding, it'll just kind of, you'll see like a nest of just cables just everywhere. And my main thing is I'm thinking about the appearance as well as the sound. So that's why we have lighting is that atmospheric. We don't want, at a wedding, you don't always want it to be too crazy. As a matter of fact, if I have my lighting, I usually just kind of keep it off until the dance part. So like some of those formalities, if you got like little green and red dots on the dress, it doesn't make for the best photos. And the reds are impossible to get out of those photos. So I usually just kind of keep that out, and whenever it's a dance party, we're going crazy. We're going wild. So,
There we go. All right, man. I'm starting to want the part. Karen and
I know.
We need to get this guy out to the pool on the weekends
Yes,
over there,
we
just
do.
full. So.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I actually have
Not on the 4th. We'll be at the 4th.
I have a completely wireless setup as well for whenever I do ceremonies. So you never know exactly where they're going to throw you. Usually ceremonies are going to be outdoor. Receptions are going to be indoor. Is usually kind of how it's set up. So I've got like a complete turntable and wireless speaker, 1,500 watts. It's powerful.
Oh, man.
And then the battery-operated lapel as well. So like I've got a whole system that's just running off of battery.
That's cool. John Hightower again joining us this morning from HP Soundcraft. Obviously professional. I mean, I've never heard of a DJ talk about the way lighting you have. And you're mentioning about photos because you see so many photos at these events and weddings and stuff like that where, there is all this random light flashing in. So you definitely know what's going on, and it's a professional venue. Again, check them out. It's HP Soundcraft. How can folks get a hold of you, John? There may be somebody today saying, I've been needing a mobile DJ.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the easiest one is you can go to my website, hpsoundcraft.com, or hpsoundcraft@gmail.com is my email. And I give out my phone number, 936-217-3621.
What is that again? We got to say it slower, man.
All
What
right.
is it?
I'm giving out my phone number, so it's
That's
kind of
all
like
All right.
936
All right.
217
Okay.
3621.
3621. All right, there it is.
But only if you need a DJ. Don't just
Yeah, don't be.
Say, hey, what's up?
Yeah, don't be hollering at this guy.
Can't holler.
This isn't like a dating service here on Good Morning Huntsville.
I am engaged.
He is engaged. The beard is. I know a lot of people are like, oh, the beard.
Actually, we're having our wedding in just a couple months, and it's going to be interesting being on the other side.
Yeah.
Everybody asks me, so please don't ask me. Are you going to DJ your own wedding? No, I'm not going to DJ my own wedding.
It's one of
I
those-
might DJ my own wedding. I've been
Maybe
thinking
a little
about it.
bit.
I've got a good buddy that's going to be able to DJ for me, so it's good. It's going to be awesome. Might bring my own uplighting that go around the room, but we'll see.
All right. Well, folks, there may be somebody out there this morning, John, that, like I said earlier, says, "Hey, I need a DJ. I need somebody to come in." What particular services do you offer? What venues do you do it at? What events? Let us know a little bit more about that before we let you go.
So I would say the most important thing is first lock down the date of your venue.
And don't wait until the day before.
Don't wait until the day before, because even if I'm not booked, I'm booked the day before.
Yeah, I gotcha.
First thing is lock down your venue. Then you can come talk to me, because then I'll know what date to set for, because I may be booked. If I'm booked, I'm certainly going to help you out. I know other DJs that may have that time off, so come to me first, and I can help you out from there. There's a few different songs to keep in mind. There's special dances, maybe some you never really thought of. We can talk about that during consultation. So, we can always set up a consultation. I could tell you what I can provide, and you can tell me what you envision, and that's kind of one of the things we can work through. And if I'm not the right guy, that's totally fine. And if I am, I'll let you know.
That's perfect, man. I love that. You can tell by John, good
Yes,
attitude. You're a lot of fun, man. I'm already thinking we need to hire this guy to have some special event here and just hire you to come in,
You can
man.
make up an event.
We'll just do a comedy podcast.
Yeah, we'll do that. So, well, John, appreciate you being here, sharing a little bit about your story this morning. Before I let you go, just two questions from me. One of them is, what do you enjoy most about what you get to do?
What do I enjoy most? I don't know, man. It's kind of like I have that control part of getting to set the mood and people's rhythm in their body. So that's a cool thing to I know
the way
this
you
song
describe.
is
Wait,
gonna
can you describe that again? I've never.
I know that.
Man, this guy's you need to start writing books, man.
Yeah, you do.
I get to change that vibe.
Yeah.
Whatever you're feeling, you know what I mean? I can make you super sad or super happy, but I'm just gonna make you super happy, really. That's all.
Well, I
all
love
I
it.
want to do.
Yeah, just changing I forgot how you worded it, but something like changing the vibe and the rhythm of your body, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. John, before we let you go, again, appreciate you being here, and we wanted to highlight your great business again, HP Soundcraft. Please go online and let friends know. Maybe you don't need an event, but there's someone else who needs a DJ for an event. Give John a call. He's local. Let's support local and lift up others in this community. HPSoundcraft.com. We always ask all of our guests this question. Karen, do you know the question I always ask?
What are you thankful for today?
I'll let you ask it.
What is it?
What are you thankful for today?
What am I thankful for? Oh, my children. My son and my stepchildren.
That's awesome.
There it is. There he is, John Hightower.
Thank you
Give him
so
a call.
much for having me. I
Appreciate
appreciate
it, man.
it.
Been a lot of fun this morning. Delphina is waiting. We're going to have her on here in just a few moments. Keep those messages coming in. Let us know what you're thankful for this morning as we lift up our community here on episode number 60, kicking off July here on Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Hey, good morning, Huntsville. Welcome back in on a Monday. I don't know what Monday. We have like Fabulous Friday and Thankful Thursday. I don't know what Monday is.
Well, one time we talked about it being Moonshine Monday, but Mimosa Monday works too.
Yeah, moonshine, mimosa. There you go. And most people say, well, it's mundane Monday. No, we don't talk like that on this show. There's no negative energy. If the negative is in here, we push it out that door and we throw it way across the street. I don't even know what's over it. We just throw it across the street. We don't put up with, ain't nobody got time for that here on Good Morning Huntsville. Delphina joining us. Good morning, Delphina.
Good morning.
It's your first time on video.
Yes, and I'm so nervous.
Don't worry, this isn't live. It's pre-recorded. We edit it like crazy. Just kidding, we are live. And Delphina, there actually is about, man, look at this, Karen, 438 people watching live right now.
Awesome.
Just kidding, not that much. Good to have you, Delphina. I'm going to extend a hand here. Good morning to you. So good to have you.
Good morning.
Delphina is the owner and proprietor of Rodeo Mexican Restaurant here in Huntsville. And Karen, I'll let you say hello to Delphina. I mean, you're the one, you brought Delphina on this morning for us.
Right. Delphina and I go way back. I've been going to the restaurant for a long time, and that's where trivia was born. I think it was on a Monday night, we were sitting around talking about business, and she said, Monday nights are really kind of slow, and Denise and I were there, and we said, well, why don't we try trivia? Let's just see how that goes. And she said, okay, and I don't think she really thought that it would turn into what it has. I didn't really either, but we had 2 weeks on the bar side, and we were packed. So now we're on the big side of the restaurant, and it's getting pretty packed. So
Delphina,
it's been fun.
I know we always have a lot of fun here on the show, so thanks for letting us, bring you on, joke around a little bit. But I wanted to tell you this, not just because you're sitting here, but I mean, you have been a light and a beacon of this community. You don't realize that, Delphina. There's a special connection with business owners who are active in their business in the community, and you are. When people come into your restaurant, your family is there, your children. I mean, it's amazing to see such a wonderful family-owned restaurant. But I say the light and the beacon because, Delphina, you're always there and you talk to the people that come in. everyone knows Delfina when they come into rodeo. And so I wanted to say thank you for what you do, first of all, because it's made an impact on me and so many others in this community. When you come in, you don't realize it because you're in the middle of working and days get stressful, but you are making a very positive impact on our community.
Well, thank you.
So I wanted to start off and let you know that, and we appreciate you. Let us know a little bit about just your story, your Huntsville story. You know, you've been in business for a while, but let us know a little bit more about Delfina.
I don't know. It all started. So I started the business in 2003, and then I moved back and forth. I was living in Houston, and after 1 year driving, I'm like, oh wow, this is way too much.
So you were living in Houston, driving here?
Yes,
coming
for
back.
a
Okay.
whole year. And then I wouldn't see my kids either because my kids were still in Houston. And then I was like, oh, it's not working because I don't see my kids. So then we moved to Huntsville in 2004. And then we've been here since then. And I'm really, really thankful for Huntsville. I actually have to say that. I don't think I'm good to them. I think they're good to me because you just have no idea. And a lot of the times, I don't think I ever said this before. How do I explain it? Like my kids used to be in soccer, my kids used to be in band, my kids all in dance, and I don't even know how I made it. But you know how I made it? Like customers, oh, I can pick up your kid. Oh, I can drop off your kid. Oh, I'll like it was just amazing how, and I didn't even think about that like the other day. I'm like, how did I even made it? Because my kids are grown now, and that's how I made it. Huntsville is a great community, and they have to know that. They have to know that. Everyone that step in, there's people that I don't see anymore, but they help so much. And at the same time, I think the restaurant is therapy. I never thought about it. So the other day I was really upset. Not with the restaurant, it was just personal stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just need to leave. I need a break. And then as soon as I was leaving, some customers were coming in. They were like, oh, we need to talk to you for like a minute. And then I went and talked to them. I sat for them for like 20 minutes, and guess what?
You felt better.
I forgot about all the stuff that I was mad for. It's like, I'm not joking. And then I'm like, after that, I'm like, oh, so this works. Like, I actually, like, Karen knows. Like, sometimes, I mean, a lot of times they go when they're busy, so I don't have time to talk. But when you're busy, you don't get upset, or you don't think about problems. Yeah. But when you're not busy, that's when everything comes to your head. And when they go, I mean, it's like you sit down and it's like, it's a whole new thing. And that's what Huntsville is. That's what the small community is. Everybody's there for each other. Like if I'm on the side of the road, I can call any one of the customers and they will come and get me. And it's amazing when you have that because we don't have family in Huntsville. It's just us, me and my little family. That's it. We don't have like,
aunts, uncles,
no,
cousins.
We don't have none of that. But I don't feel like I'm missing it because it's like the whole community is all together.
Yeah. Well, Delfina joining us this morning here on Good Morning Huntsville. She is the owner of Rodeo Mexican Restaurant here in Huntsville. You mentioned, driving in from Houston and started the restaurant in 2003. Can I ask what inspired you to start the restaurant and specifically have it here in Huntsville?
So that was my sister's idea first. So my sister, I used to work as a waitress since I was 14. And that was my sister's idea. And she said, well, help me run the restaurant. So to start with, it was my sister's restaurant on 45 before it burned down. So after like a whole 6 months, she says, I don't think I like Huntsville. I just want you to stay there. And that's how I stay with the restaurant. And then after the restaurant burned down, I get a phone call and she says, I don't want anything to do with the restaurant. I just want to get out of it. And I told my husband, we had to work. Like, what are we going to do? Mm-hmm. And the same day the restaurant burned down, I was so sick, and guess what happened? I found out that I was pregnant. And I'm like, oh, gosh, yes. Talking about kids, yes. And I'm like, oh, gosh, yes. And I'm like, we have to work. Like, and that's when we decided to open our own restaurant. I mean, we already had it because we were so scared. What happens if no one shows up? What happens? Because I think that's
all the what ifs.
What ifs? What happens if we open a restaurant? So when we started, I only had 2 cooks. It was 3 of us because I didn't want to, I didn't have money for payroll. I'm like, what happens if nobody shows up and I have to pay all these people? Guess what? We were pack that they want, and I'm like hiring people, and it's been great. It's been great. Yes.
You're asking customers on day one, can you work for us? You're like pulling them out of there while they're eating.
That's not a joke. You have to. Oh my gosh, yes. People will come in. Oh, we can help. We'll help. I'm like, no, you sit down. No, and they'll come in and yes.
Well, that's great. Well, Delfina joining us this morning, owner of Rodeo. Someone told me one time if you go to a place 3 times, it starts to become a habit. And I went to Rodeo once. 4 years. I didn't know you. When I first came here, Delfina, you and I just really got to know each other over the last 4 months, 3 months.
Yes.
And I came into Rodeo maybe once or twice because Cooter always eats over there. Yes. And Cooter and I became friends, and I always enjoy going in there. And he's always in there eating. But I only came maybe once or twice. And then Steve Rick said, "Man, you got to go back to Rodeo. You got to go back to Rodeo." When Steve was here, and now since we've been here, I feel like we come in at least twice a month. I brought Bridget and the baby. Again, I love the atmosphere, the location where you guys are located at off of 30 here when you come into town. So what is that shopping center called? Is there a name for that shopping center? I've always wondered that.
I think it's Hill.
Is it like
West Hill?
Something, like that. I can't remember now what the name of the.
When someone asked me where you're located, I said right by the movie theaters and Hobby Lobby.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's perfect.
'cause everybody knows where Hobby Lobby is.
That's right. By the movie theater and Hobby Lobby, go in, and Delfina will take excellent care of you. Not just her family. I've met your children that work there. Yes. I just love the atmosphere, the decorations. When you walk in, you feel like, man, this is going to be great food. And it is. No offense to friends up north, but, man, there were some Mexican restaurants up there, and I was like, not really hitting the bar. I said, we miss being back in Texas, and we miss great food like what Delfina has at Rodeo. Let us know about some of the specials over there that you guys have at Rodeo.
We do have lunch specials Monday to Friday from 11 to 3. We have small margaritas also from Monday to Wednesday, $4.50 each, any flavor, and regulars are $7.99 all day.
Awesome. And then every Monday night, Karen, there's something special going on.
Special for trivia.
We have
bucket of
buckets.
beer.
Yes.
Yeah, buckets of beer. And if you have not had the Jack and Coke slushy, I highly recommend. It's the best thing.
Delfina, did you bring some of those? Are they in the car outside? We need some of that. So it's never too early for a little Jack and Coke slushy. What is you've been doing this since 2003. It doesn't even seem 20 years now, Delfina.
I know.
What's that journey been like?
It seems like it was just yesterday, actually. I look at my kids and I feel old, but at the same time, when it comes down to, I don't feel like it's been that many years.
I joked with you the other day. Do you remember I came in and I was having lunch with Cooter over there, and you were mentioning about your grandchildren. I said, I don't know how that's possible because you just turned 25, Delfina. So yeah. It is great, though. Again, Rodeo, go and check them out. What are your hours? I know them, but let the audience know kind of your hours out there.
Monday to Thursday from 11 to 9:30, Friday and Saturday from 11 till 10, and then we are closed on Sundays.
That's good. You need a day of rest. That is a lot of hours.
Yes.
Is there any karaoke that ever goes down over here at Rodeo?
We don't have karaoke.
Would you ever want to bring karaoke? Or does it get too rowdy?
I thought about it, but I have a lot of the older people with us as customers. They do not like noise.
Yeah.
And I don't want to run them off, so I want to keep them.
There you go. See,
yes.
This is, and I brought this up for a reason, because you know your customers. And there's so many places that'll open up a business because they have this great idea about what they do, which are talented. People wouldn't open a business if they didn't have a talent. They have a talent to do something, so they want to put that into the marketplace. But the biggest thing is you got to know your customer. And if, just as you said, you have a lot of older folks that go in there and eat, they don't want a bunch of loud noise.
Yes.
And so you know your customers. Now, if you did that, that's going to now, it may bring on someone else, but then you're getting rid of those folks that have been a huge part of your success.
Yes, and I really love those people, yes.
So that's the message this morning. Know your customers if you're going to be in business like Delfina. I mean, what's next for you? 20 years in, where do you want to be? You have I did want to mention, you have the food court as well out of 75, correct?
It's, on 247 and 980, right across, right across from Smiley's and Valero. We just started that last year. You can bring your truck in. It's $7.95 a month per rent. You just hook up everything. Everything is already there. You just hook everything up. We do have the Mexican food truck there, and we have a Venezuelan food right now. And we just got a new truck that we're just going to do events for. So, like 4th of July, it's coming. We're going to be at the city park.
Oh, really?
Yes, we're going to be there. So everybody come join us over there. Fireworks after that, yes.
She was at an event this weekend where I was as well. It was hot,
It was hot,
but
yes.
it was fun.
How do we get that Jack and Coke slush at these events, Delphina? Is that you have to have a
I've been
special?
asking her to bring it to the pool. Just
Yeah.
let me have the machine for the weekend for the pool.
So actually, that's a good question because the new food truck that we have, you can lease the truck. So you can lease the truck, put it on your event. And I have the machines. You can rent the machines. I can help you do the Jack and Coke or the margaritas and then stuff like that. But I will not be serving it, so it will be your own alcohol. But I can set you up ready for the party.
Awesome.
Yes.
Get ready for the party with Delphina. I already see like a whole new vision coming over here. And Delphina, when Delphina's in the house, the party will show up. Don't worry. So, Delphina, I said earlier, I didn't want to lead people wrong. I said 75 because my brain is in overdrive this morning. But again, that address to the food court over there
It's 275 FM 247.
on 247. So
Yes.
like past,
We're
if
the
you go,
split,
yeah, where it's
247 and 980,
Yes.
right there.
And I wanted to tell you folks something because when you think of a food court, and I'm not putting down any food courts, I've been to a lot of them, seen a lot of them in a lot of different cities, but it's usually the same thing. It's like a paved gravel area, or sometimes not, and then there's just food trailers set up. This is not the case at Delphina's at Rodeo Food Court where we're talking about. Beautiful. I mean, you guys have done construction. There's restrooms out there. It is a very, very nice and well thought out food court.
Yes.
So
We always think about the customer first. Well, anywhere you go, you always want to use the bathroom. You want to have some nice bathrooms for people to go to. Yes, I think that's the main thing right there.
it is, yeah. You think about there was a restaurant that I remember specifically in my hometown that they had the absolute best food. They really did. I mean, amazing food, but the restrooms were terrible. And I remember telling Bridget, I don't want to eat here because they have bad restrooms. And and everything else was nice, but the restaurant, I'm like, man, you put all this hard work into the food and into the restaurant, but the restrooms were terrible. I mean, it literally looked like someone went in there and took a sledgehammer to it and
Yes.
busted it to pieces. And there was always something leaking in that restroom, so we just quit going there, Well, Delphina joining us this morning. Appreciate you, Karen, bringing Delphina on. It's just great. We talk about good friends, and you mentioned earlier about this community and just how much of a blessing it's been, Delphina. But like I said, you've been a blessing to this community, and friendship is what it's all about. And I'm so thankful to have you here and your business. How long ago did you move to the location you're at? Because you and I were talking about this the other day too.
12 years.
And what's that been like for you? Because I know it's been pretty good over there.
It's been great since day one. Yes.
So she's over there, just right off 30, next to if you find the theater and the Hobby Lobby, you're good to go. So,
Right.
So go by and see her. I joke around, Delphina. I may get in trouble. I said, man, sometimes y'all need to raise your price. I go in there and I'm like, man, I was like, wow, I can really eat for this affordable. Like it's crazy. You go out to eat nowadays and it's easily $50 for two people. I go in there with Braylon and Bridget and the baby, and I mean, all of a sudden I'm like, that's it. But it's great, and I love, and the food is unbelievable, Delphina.
Thank you.
What's your favorite thing to mix up? What's your favorite thing to put out there for folks to eat?
So I like everything. I'm really, really picky eater, even though you don't know that. But so I do like beef. Anything with beef, I love it. I don't like seafood and I don't like chicken. So I have to eat beef, and I love beef. Like fajitas rodeo are really good.
Yes, they are good.
Fajitas with vegetables are really good. Like if you, and they said, oh, we cannot eat in a Mexican restaurant because we have all kinds of stuff. You can do keto, and the main thing, if you come to the restaurant, if you don't see anything on the menu that you don't like, you can order anything you want. If it's in the kitchen, we can make it.
Awesome. Did you ever? I mean, when you first started, were you actually cooking as well? Because you mentioned earlier, it was very limited staff. So did you ever have to go back there and actually cook?
I still cook.
You're still cooking?
Yes.
Wow. Well, that's great.
We have homemade tamales every day. I'm the one that makes tamales. We have mole. I'm the one that makes the mole. Yes, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I don't think the cooks know how to make it, but I don't think they want to. They're like, I don't think we know how to do that. So it takes the tamales is like a long process time. It's not hard, it's just a long process. So they don't want to do that. So I'm the one that does all that.
In every single town in the state of Texas, there's always the tamale lady. And now I know. I've been wondering, because someone drove by the other day and they were selling tamales. I was like, nah, I didn't feel it. Now I know who the tamale lady is in Huntsville, Texas.
You have
Delphina.
to try my tamales.
I got to ask you a question. Tamales. I grew up eating them like crazy. My dad grew up in the valley, so my dad knew how to cook. I mean, everything. He would make menudo and take it to our neighbor, Lupe, next door. We wouldn't eat it. It was nasty. I'm literally cow tongue in it. My dad would put all that nasty stuff in it, and Lupe loved it. And I was like, Dad, we won't eat it. So he'd make this huge pot of menudo, and none of us would eat it. And he'd take it over to Lupe, and her and her family would eat it all. My dad, he'd go like he'd left us and go have lunch, go have dinner with Lupe and her family. I'm like, where are you at, Dad? He's like, I took the menudo. But my dad, we grew up eating a lot of really great food, especially from him being in the valley. But am I ruining tamales by putting ketchup on them? I always put ketchup on tamales. Does that ruin them?
I don't think so, because I see a lot of people doing that. They also do it on enchiladas. Like, I don't like ketchup myself, so I wouldn't tell you, because it's like super sweet. But I see a lot of people doing that. Tamales, you can put anything you want.
My favorite thing at rodeo, man, I love whenever we have guests on that talk about food. Karen, thank you so much for this. This is like making my morning, because we just love food. What did you bring over here, by the way?
Chorizo.
Oh.
You were talking about breakfast. I really want you to try those. The chorizo and egg tacos.
Oh my gosh.
And those, I just made them.
Good. This thing looked like it was like 30 pounds of food here,
Yes,
Delphine.
it is heavy.
Delphina, look at that. Hold on, let me put this on Delphina's camera over here. Delphina, can you hold it? Let's don't drop them, because that's like
Yeah, because we're going to eat those.
goodness gracious. These are homemade. Are these homemade tortillas?
She made them this morning.
I just made them this morning.
Oh my God. Hold on, let's do this. First time ever eating something here. Can we do it real quick?
Sure,
Karen, is it
go
okay?
ahead.
Here we go. I got to tell folks, these things weigh like 5 pounds a piece, Delphina. I'm going to have one, because Karen, I know, is over here eyeing them. She's like, don't you be eating all them, Rob.
Yeah, I'm going to take one with me when I leave.
Hold on, here we go. Oh my gosh.
Very good.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to take a break on the show now. What is in this, Delphina?
Chorizo and egg. And cheese.
It's yummy, yummy.
I'm using my script here to use it. I'm going to eat this up as soon as you leave. That right there, I'm not saying it because Delphina's here. Full disclaimer, Delphina didn't slip me a $20 bill to be on the show. This ain't no paid promotion. Man, I'm like, you know how the other day I was talking to you about breakfast
Yes, that's why I brought it to you.
I said, we there's some places here that make some good breakfast tacos. And I told Delphina, we just need like a place that when you think of in the morning, like, I'm going to get up and go get a breakfast taco. And we were talking about it. That right there, Delphina, without a shadow of a doubt. Sorry, Jesus. Back in Georgia. I love Jesus, El Chorito. That's what I was talking about, my friend Jesus and Sergio. Jesus, that's the best taco I've had ever. I'm not even making that up. You loaded this thing with cheese. I mean, it's chorizo, egg, and cheese. And all right, we're going to end the show. Y'all have a blessed day today. Just kidding. Well, that's great. So go by and see her, Delphina. Are y'all are open for breakfast?
So we're not open for breakfast, but we have breakfast all day. So you can come in and order breakfast anytime.
I'm going to tell you right now, I know because you're already working your tail off, and we got to find somebody. But if you opened for breakfast and had those things like 6 a.m. and people could walk up and buy those, you would be out of stock in those in 5 minutes every morning. So Delphina, one day it's going to happen. I told Delphina one day when I win the lottery, I'm going to figure out how to go into business with Delphina, and we're going to sell breakfast tacos.
And you
so
can always order ahead for your party or event. She
Yes.
caters, all of that stuff too.
So you do catering as well?
So we do catering, yes. You can order breakfast tacos. I have people that order 300 tacos, breakfast tacos. So we have chorizo and egg, bacon and egg, potato and egg, sausage and egg. You can, like I said, you can choose, you can do anything you want. If we don't have it, we'll make it happen.
Do you make Santa George joining us in? Good morning. By the way, everybody, let us know you're out there this morning, what you're thankful for. George Pitt said, do you make brisket tamales?
I do.
So he makes brisket. So you make brisket tamales?
Yes.
Awesome.
I make brisket tamales. I make pork and cream cheese, brisket with the cream cheese and jalapeno. And I do like the chicken, the salsa verde. I do mole tamales. Like I said, you can make once you start making tamales, you can put anything in it. Like you can just call me and said. Usually when I'm making tamales, I post it, I'm making tamales today. Do you want to make a specific kind? Just let me know. And those are pre-order.
Awesome. Well, there she is, Delphina here from Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, and she will hook you up and take good care of all your food needs. So
And go by and get a Jack and Coke slushie and tell them Karen sent you.
The Jack and Coke slushy coming up soon here. We're gonna have those we're gonna have those next Monday morning, Karen. I don't know if we'll get through the show. So Delphina, can you stick around with us for one more break? We're gonna take a break. Do you mind hanging out with us for a
Yes,
little bit
I'll be
longer?
here. Yes.
So we'll step aside, we'll take a break, and we'll wrap it up. We'll keep Delphina on this morning, and we'll be back in a moment. By the way, we're gonna be giving away something here in a little bit, so make sure you tune in. I'll throw that number and the keyword here in just a few moments. It's your show. Good morning, Huntsville. All right, friends, welcome back at it. Here it is, your keyword this week. A little fireworks action going on to celebrate the 4th of July. Go ahead and text that keyword in, 936-339-0139. Again, 936-339-0139. The keyword this week is fireworks, and make sure that you send us your name along with that. So when you text in the word fireworks, be sure to put your name on there as well. And during that break, Delphina said, you know what? I had some things I was going to give away, but I'm not giving them away now. I'm giving away what Delphina said. Delphina, what do you have for us? You wanted to give away some stuff this morning.
Yes, 2 gift certificates for $20 a piece.
So there you go. 2 gift certificates, $20 a piece. And I
That'll
think...
get you about 3 slushies.
Oh, my gosh,
And
yes.
some nachos or something.
So you'll
But
be
yeah.
slushed up. If you're not in Huntsville, and it's like 2.5-hour drive, I had someone the other day text in, and I texted him after. I was like, you don't even live here. You're like 3 hours away. He's like, no, I'll come to Huntsville for that. I was like, okay. So there you go. So we want you to be here in the community, but if you can make it in, you can text in. We really get a lot of messages from other folks here. Check this out too, by the way. Denise joining us earlier. Do you know Denise Winston, Delphina? Denise Winston?
Don't put me on there. You know why? Because I know my customers by their face, not by the names.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Denise said we ordered her breakfast tacos for our youth event. The students loved them.
Oh, thank you.
So appreciate that, Denise, chiming in as well. Stephen Reed joining us this morning as he was chiming in earlier today. Stephen, man, we got guys are stepping up to the plate today. I'm just going to give a shout out to the guys. I always give a shout out to the ladies. Love the ladies. But Stephen said, I have to say I'm thankful for my wife. She's almost 8 months pregnant with our first son.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations, Stephen. And who else do we got chiming in here this morning? HP Soundcraft John, who was just in, said rodeo stuffed avocado all day.
Yes, that's all he
Yes,
gets.
He did say that was his favorite thing on the menu.
So appreciate it. And Stephen, good morning to you, my friend. Good to hear from you. That's a friend from back in Georgetown joining us this morning. And Jerica, if you're out there, I haven't seen you in a while, Jerica. We always had a lady, Jerica, from Fargo, North Dakota, that joined in the show. She kind of became this mystery guest. And I haven't seen her in a week. Maybe she's on vacation. So Jerica, if you're out there, let us know you are today. I am pulling up our texting system here. Again, one final opportunity this morning to text in that keyword fireworks. 936-339-0139 is the number to text. And Delphina has been so gracious. She is providing 2 $20 gift cards. We're going to give away 2 of these, by the way. I'm not going to give 2, we're not going to group them. We're going to give away 2 separate ones. So we're going to give away 2 separate ones of these. The reason I'm sitting here and mumbling on is I'm trying to get the system pulled up. Karen, it was one of those weird mornings. We came in, it was
It has been a weird morning.
84 degrees in here. Karen was like, Rob, if you don't get this going, I'm leaving. Just kidding. She didn't say that. Delphina was over there waiting. She's like, my breakfast tacos are getting cold. When are you going to bring me on? But here we go. We're going to draw our first one here this morning. And let's do a live call, Karen. You want to do that? Let's do a live phone call and see. Ooh, this is great. This is somebody, I believe, that's been texting in for a while that says, why haven't I been able to win yet? Well, the system hasn't chose you. Hold on one sec. Oh, you know what? I messed up. Hold on. Here we go.
Hey, friend, you've reached Rob
Hey,
Depp. I'm not available.
I'm calling
to answer my phone.
myself. This is ridiculous, guys. It's been one of those weird mornings, Karen. I told you. I'm sitting here calling myself. Hey, I planned that, by the way. Hey, I won. I'm calling myself this morning. I just won. Congratulations. Here we go. Let's call this person now. We'll see. Phone is ringing.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Who is this?
This is Sally.
What's up? What are you up to? This is a car.
What's up?
This is your car warranty from your old neighbor over at Brookview. Just wanted to let you know your car warranty ran out, and I'm in a new business now. It's only $50 a month. Can I go ahead and get your credit card number, please? Also, your Social Security number.
Oh, no.
Sally, you know who this is. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you know it was me, Sally, when you first answered?
Oh, yes. I had my phone program.
Oh, great. I was in there joking. What do you mean, what's up? Sally, join here. Karen Denman, Walker County Federal Credit Union. Also, our good friend Delphina from Rodeo. You're our winner today. Sally Hosey joining in. You've been texting for a long time.
I know.
So have you been over to Rodeo before, Sally?
Oh, yes. We go on Friday.
All right, well, there you go. You and Rob go out. We got a $20 gift card. How do we get it to them? Can they just come in and say, I heard
Yes.
about it on the show?
Yes.
So, and don't be, hey, I know you won't, Sally, but if there's somebody else out there who's already thinking, I know I'm going to give me some free food. I'm going to pretend I'm Sally. No, you're not. You got to show your ID to Delphina. But again, Sally, congratulations. And you and Rob are going to have something great, a little great time over at Rodeo. So thanks for texting in and winning.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Hey, before we let you go, what are you most thankful for about Huntsville, Texas, Sally?
I am so excited about having my family down this week.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, I think your grandkids are coming, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, there
I
she is.
just picked them up.
Sally Hosey joining in. Congratulations, Sally. Have a blessed day.
Sally.
Thank you so much.
All right. There she is, Sally Hosey, our first winner. Should we give away one more?
Yeah.
Think we can give away one more?
Yes.
All right, one more. Here we go. That's all you got to do. It's so easy. You just text to win. You got to answer the phone, too. If you don't answer the phone, you don't win. That's what I love about it. So let's see who else we got here. Next one. Coming up. Oh, here's someone that hasn't won before, I don't believe. Let's see. Hold on one second. Oh, this is funny. People are texting in the keyword with the actual graphic this morning of a little boom, like a firework. I don't even know how to do all that, all the emoji stuff or whatever. One more.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Who is this?
This is Sydney.
Sydney who?
Colbo.
Sydney, hi. I'm calling on behalf of the Hello Huntsville show. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm just kidding. Sydney, I have all these jokes in my mind, and then I always want to say I'm with the city, but I love our city, and I don't want to represent the city of Huntsville wrong. And so I had this thought that I was going to come in about your garbage, and it got strung all over, and we're going to fine you, but it just didn't go that way. So
That's funny because my is actually sitting against my house, so it would be in my driveway anyway.
Well, there you go. See, I just didn't want to do it. So, Sydney, you are our winner today. Delphina, what do we have for Sydney?
$20 gift certificate.
$20 gift certificate to Rodeo, Sydney. You're here in Huntsville, right?
I am. I actually could have used that Friday when we were there.
Well, now you get to use it this Friday. Hey, you know what? Better yet, come use it on Monday for trivia night.
Right. We don't have it tonight, but we will starting next Monday again.
Yeah, no trivia tonight, but next Monday. Sydney, how long have you been? You haven't won on the show before, have you?
No, I have not.
You've texted in quite a bit, though, because I see you on our system here. So, yeah, we did a little randomizer, and it chose you this morning. How'd you find out about Good Morning Huntsville?
I actually saw it in one of the Huntsville Facebook groups, and then I started following, and this morning was the first time I was able to catch it live. And then, of course, my phone wants to lose signal on my way to work, and I just got to work, and I haven't pulled it back up yet.
Where do you work at, if you don't mind me asking?
I work at Joint and Spine Center.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I'm glad that you are listening in this morning. Congratulations. Enjoy the $20 gift certificate. Whenever you go in, just show ID, because I know there's somebody out there. Oh, Sidney Grisham's probably listening. He's going to go in and say, I'm Sydney. I'm here for the $20.
That's right.
Just kidding, Sydney. He's not going to do that. So just show your ID, and Delphina and the folks there will take care of you. You got $20 at Rodeo whenever you'd like to use it, Sydney.
Awesome. Thank y'all.
All right. Hey, before you go, what do you love about Huntsville, Sydney?
I love that it's like a small town community. I came from a small town, and then I came to Huntsville to go to college and ended up staying here, and it just kind of feels like home.
There you go. Sydney, congratulations. Thanks for winning. Have a blessed day.
Thanks, you too.
Have we done that with you before, live calls, Karen?
No.
Oh, you don't get to hear it, though.
Yeah.
Because,
yeah.
she
But
has,
that's okay.
I forgot, she has the lapel on. So I thought one day I had to do it like
You
this.
did when Brian was on.
That's right, man. I just blew it for Karen Denman, Walker County Federal Credit Union. They're gonna close my accounts on me. Delphina, been a fun morning today. So thanks for joining. Denise, by the way, is listening. She's in California, I guess, on
Yes,
vacation. She
she
said
is.
good morning from Cali, and then she said, Karen, have a slushie for me.
Oh, I will.
So
You don't worry. You know I will.
yeah, well, I'm probably going to go with, man, I may go back to my old days in my 20s, have about 30 of those bad boys. Funny story back in the day. I'm just straight up being full disclaimer. You know, Jesus has been taking care of me. I love Jesus. But man, in my 20s, I love Jesus, but I also love some Jack and Coke. And there was days when I had my IT company, Delphina, that I do not remember, and I'm not proud of this. It's just funny to go back and think about, and thank God I made it through those days. But there were days that I would go into my business in the morning and people would show up and I don't even remember talking to them. And they said, well, Rob, last night I bought you 3 drinks and you told me to come in the morning and here we are. So I was like, man, business was great when I was having Jack and Coke. So that's the story today. Have a couple Jack and Cokes. Business is good, right? So,
right.
All right, Karen, been a fun one today. You got to get to work.
Yes, I do.
Do you get paid extra to be here in the morning early?
No.
Oh, man. She's definitely. Okay, come in. AC's not on. Not getting paid extra. It's time to wrap this up.
But there's a bonus today, breakfast taco.
That's right. Breakfast tacos coming. And you're never late when you bring in the tacos. I don't have the horn today because it's still in the bag. Everything's out of whack. We'll have it tomorrow. But join us again. We will be on tomorrow. I'm just not sure, the format yet. Jason Thompson with Guardian Defense is our guest on the 4th of July. He and I are going to talk this evening, and we may do a throwback show tomorrow. If not, we'll have a live one. But make sure to tune in tomorrow. And, hey, by the way, fireworks, Cape Bar Ross Park tomorrow night as well. I didn't want to put this out on social too early, but we will live stream the fireworks show tomorrow night. So we're going to get over there in the back of the truck, and we'll have the cameras. We're going to live stream it. So if you can't get out or you just don't feel like getting out tomorrow night, we want to encourage you to come out. But if you can't, we'll be live streaming it on Hello Huntsville. Neat. So, Delphina, before we let you go, what are you thankful for? You already mentioned so much, but
I know there's so much stuff that I'm thankful for this community, for helping me, for my kids, my husband, and just everyone in general.
There she is.
Thank you.
Delphina, good to have you on. Hey, you know what I love about Huntsville? We can say we love you and give you a hug. So we love you and we give you a hug, Delphina. That'll wrap it up here. Appreciate our good friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. I did want to make sure that we highlight them, of course, this morning as well for all of your banking needs. They will take excellent care of you. You're not a number. You're a name when you go into Walker County. I have all my accounts there on purpose. Why? Because they take good care of me. There's things that I've needed. I've texted Karen. She's responded. Sometimes I feel bad about texting her because I'm like, I don't want to bug her on her personal phone. But she's like, you know what, Rob, if you need anything, reach out to me. That's the type of service that you're going to get from your local credit union. Karen and the great folks there will take excellent care. So appreciate Denise Toy, the entire staff. And the lady, I feel so bad, the lady that is the teller there that is so wonderful.
Ruthie.
Miss Ruthie. I love Miss Ruthie.
Everybody loves Miss Ruthie.
She is so sweet. She is. Yeah. So go by there. Look, if you need a new bank, or maybe you're just fed up with the service that you're getting somewhere else, this is not a big corporate-owned bank. And everyone has their place. I mean, there's a lot of great corporate banks throughout the area as well, and I'm friends with many of those folks. But if you're looking for just that personal touch, maybe you're not receiving the service that you were hoping for, Walker County Federal Credit Union is going to take care of you. My concern, honestly, and I'll just say this before we wrap up, is they only had one branch. And I was like, man, are they going to be able to serve all my banking needs with just one branch? Yeah, they will. You know why? Because the debit card has a Visa logo on it. You can use that thing in anywhere, in any country pretty much. And they're going to take care of you and protect you. Also, one service that I absolutely have to have is mobile check deposit. Guess what?
All right.
They do it. Another service I needed a car loan. Guess what? They do it.
And you can do it from wherever you are. We can send everything electronically.
Working on some SBA stuff, and you know what? I called them. They said, hey, we don't handle some things, but we can put you in the right direction. Guess what? They do it. So that's the message today. Walker County Federal Credit Union, Delphina, guess what? They can do it.
Yes, just text Karen. Just for the business part.
People even do it on the weekends. So, yes.
Yep. Well, that'll wrap it up, friends. A lot of engagement this morning. Thank you to Delphina for hopping on with us. Also, John Hightower of HP Soundcraft. Be sure to join us again tomorrow on the 4th of July as we continue to highlight the good happening here in Huntsville, Texas. We wrap up every show. I want to remind you today that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own, friends. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Good morning, Huntsville. God bless. We'll see you back at it tomorrow.